It's your casual cinema bro, and I'm here to talk about Dune Part 3, the trailer. Yes, it's time to give you my thoughts or just any news I can give you about this film that I was able to find online. The movie comes out December 18th, and let me tell you, I'm ready. I'm excited. This trailer looked epic. I felt like this was a very good cut as well. They showed so much without really showing us anything at all. This was a perfect trailer, very good. I honestly don't think they need to put out any more trailers before the film. Like I said before, this movie looks epic. The cast looks great. One thing I do want to make note about this cast is this is like the next generation of Hollywood that we're looking at. Everybody in this film looks like they're either entering their prime or currently in their prime. So once again, I think we're going to get a well-acted movie here for Dune Part 3. Visually, this movie looks stunning. This movie looks great. I had to look to see what makes this look different from the previous two entries, and here's what I was able to find. Dune 1 and 2 were filmed entirely on digital. This time around, Dune Part 3 has a new cinematographer, Linus Sandgren, and he likes to film his movies on film. They're still filming in IMAX, but now they're using Kodak film, and it gives it this aesthetic, more fresh, organic looking graininess to it. And I gotta be honest with you, I think it's a nice touch, especially with, I guess, the arc they're going with or the type of film they're trying to make with this movie. So I was able to find online that the opening sequence of Dune Part 3 is going to be a brutal battle with the Fremens going to a stormy planet where they experience rain for the first time. And the scenes being described as Saving Private Ryan meets space. So I'm excited to see that. What I'm also excited to see is in the opening sequence, this movie does look like it's going to be told in 3 parts. So it looks like we are going to get a prologue where we see the Holy War started by Paul, where we also see how Paul gets Chani back after the events of Part 2, because we do see a scene of like the ending of Part 2 in this Part 3 trailer, okay? And we also see how Paul just looks so soulless when Chinese telling him, hey, you promised me this, you said all this, you told me lies. And it looks like he has the face of someone who just does not give a fuck. He sees the future. He's following through with his plan. Okay, now apparently this movie is going to move 17 years in the future. So we'll see the devastation of the genocide, the Holy War, all the decisions that Paul has made. And that's where we'll see the conspiracy, the coups, the people trying to end Paul Atreides' regime, and the person behind this conspiracy or plot to kill Paul Atreides is Sidetail, played by Robert Pattinson. And what's cool about him, apparently he's a shapeshifter, so I'm sure that's going to come into effect. And I honestly believe if you look at the new cover for Dune Part 3, you see Paul and Chani facing each other almost like they're going to battle. That actually could be Sidetail, because there's also another scene in the trailer where Chani is talking to Paul, and it's almost as if it's not really her. I was also able to find that Duncan Idaho, who is coming back to life in this movie, was a gift from Sidetail. So I'm wondering if that's going to have any ramifications later on in the film. Now, while Robert Pattinson's character believes there should be a regime change, and along with whoever else is on his side in this film, I think the movie has to do a good job of getting us, the audience, on board. We have to see how they handle Paul being this dictator. You know, if they don't land the plane there, and at least getting some of us, because, you know, you're going to have some people that are going to be team Paul Atreides no matter what, but you at least need to do a good job of getting a good majority of us to say, yeah, nah, I can see why Paul has to go. Like, he can't be ruling anymore, you know? And that's going to be, I think, one of their biggest obstacles to landing this plane. And also the tragic love story between Chani and Paul. If this movie's able to handle a tragic love story, a political conspiracy thriller, a war-torn movie that, you know, covers genocide and all that, I honestly believe the Dune series as a whole has to be in conversations with other trilogies, sci-fi fantasy trilogies like the Lord of the Rings, like the Star Wars. I'm not saying it's going to be better than those movies, but I'm saying when you mention those films, you have to mention Dune. I mean, this is this generation's version of those movies. So I think they can land the plane here for Dune Part 3. I'm just hoping they can crush the assignments of us turning on Paul. We've seen it with Anakin Skywalker. We've seen it with Aaron Yeager. If you watch Attack on Titans, we've seen it shit with fucking John Cena. I might be reaching with John Cena, but we've seen these beloved characters that we all like go through these heel turns, and hopefully they're able to do this with Paul Atreides. And if they can do that, I think Dune Part 3 will be a very, very special movie. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's all I have to say here. It's your casual cinema bro. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.